Hey everybody, I'm Paintball Dad. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit into my gear bag and showing you guys the things that I change out when I'm getting ready for a paintball tournament. Now I am getting ready for the NXL World Cup event. This is the grand finale event of the NXL for the season. And I actually have not played any tournaments this year besides this one. This is going to be my first one. This is not my first ever tournament. I've been playing tournaments for a long time, but this year was kind of chaotic for me, and I'll go a little bit into that while I'm showing you guys these things. But basically, I started the year off quitting the team that I had been playing for almost 3 years. And I kind of got burnt out for a little while, and I just went solo for the majority of 2024. And this has been a very just chaotic year for me, both in extremely good and extremely bad ways. I'll talk a little bit more about that as I'm showing you guys this stuff, but let me get into it right now. So when I'm getting ready for a tournament, I change out a lot of the things that I would take with me. So for example, one of those things is the paintball gun. This is my Planet Eclipse G04. This is what I consider to be my tournament paintball gun. This is my top of the line gun that I have. This is the most expensive one that I have, the best performing one that I have. For the majority of the year, I used my Planet Eclipse G-Tech 160R. It's a very good gun, very reliable. I actually love this gun quite a lot. I don't think I would ever want to get rid of it. However, because it is not my most expensive marker, it's not my top of the line marker, I use this pretty much whenever I'm not doing a tournament, because I want to save this one for the tournaments, just in case I have an accident at a practice or at a recreational day of play. Let's say I trip on something and I drop my gun and it breaks. I don't want that to happen to my tournament gun. I want my tournament gun to be ready at all times for when I go to a tournament. So this is the gun that I use throughout the year, and it's held up really well. It's been put through a lot of punishment, and I have had zero issues with it. So if you are looking for a gun, I do recommend getting yourself a used 160R or 170R. They're both really great guns and really good prices now, since they're, I think, like at least 2 or 3 years old at this point. But another thing on that note is make sure you change your batteries. This gun's really easy to change batteries on. Just pop it out right there. Batteries are exposed. Now I'm doing this on camera for 2 reasons. One, so I can have proof to my coach and my team to show them that I changed my batteries before an event, so there is no reason why my gun would go down, because that's actually a very common but very easy mistake to fix, is batteries. Make sure that a week or 2 weeks at most before a tournament, you change out batteries, both in your gun and in your hopper, because you will be very upset and your teammates will be very upset if you walk onto the field and your gun goes down simply because you forgot to change your batteries. So I've got my old batteries right here, new batteries are in. Let me make sure it turns on. Alright, good. Lights up, turns on. Gonna shut it off. And pop the case back on. And we are good to go. So my gun is all set. Of course, I'm gonna clean it before I go to my next practice. I still have one more practice before the World Cup, and let's see, I've already changed out the batteries in my hopper. And clothes. I actually change out clothes before a tournament too. Let me show you guys what I got. So it might sound kind of silly to you changing out clothes, but clothes break just like anything else. So here is the pair of pants that I have worn for the majority of 2024. This is my pants from Ugly Paintball. This is one of my favorite pants, actually. I love the design. I love the La Muerta design. And they are very thin. This is like their summer fabric. I don't think they make these anymore. I've looked on their website and I couldn't find that they had any pants anymore. I'm not really sure what that company is going through, but it looks like they're doing a lot of heavy restructuring. So unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be able to find this pair of pants if you decide that, you know, if you say to yourself like, oh hey, those pants look really cool, I want to pick one up, and you're probably not going to be much luck. But anyways, this pant right here, you can see it has a tear right there at the knee. It also has a tear right here, right at the crotch, that I just stitched up. So pants will definitely tear. But that actually is a pretty good pair of pants right there. That has lasted me almost the entire 2024 season, and it wasn't until just like a week or two ago that it ripped. Then there's other pants like these JT pants right here, the bandana ones. These are the worst pants that I've ever had. Like, they tore the very first day that I wore them out. And they were like 100 and something bucks, like 110 or 120 I want to say. This right here is a patch that I sewed onto. This knee right here ripped multiple times, and so eventually what I did was I took one of my 2006 dye pants and I just cut a section out of the knee and stitched it on to this JT pant. But as you can see, clothes will break just like anything else. So I'm changing out my pants for the next couple of weekends, this weekend for practice and the weekend that I play at World Cup. I'm going to be wearing this pants. I have a backup pair of pants of my ugly pants because I like them so much. This is the winter weight one though. It's heavier, so and I hope that it's going to be a little cooler in the next couple of weeks, so maybe it'll, you know, help me to be more comfortable while I'm wearing these pants. But these pants don't have any holes, any rips anywhere, so these are the pants that I'm going to be wearing for the next couple of weeks. I also change out jerseys. For the majority of the year, I just wear kind of whatever. I've been wearing a tech tee for a lot of the summer and the spring. Then as it's been getting colder, I've been wearing a Brooklyn Bears jersey. And so the team that I'm playing on for World Cup is Palmetto Hills Paintball. We're going to be representing the field Palmetto Hills Paintball in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Now, from what I understand, this is kind of a newish project that is being put together, and we don't have jerseys just yet. So unless we decide at the last minute on what to wear, I'm going to keep rolling with my old school college jersey. I am actually one of the original founding members of the Montclair State University paintball team in New Jersey. This was from 2005 to 2009 that I played college ball in the NCPA. Very, very great times of my life. Probably the best years that I've ever had in my life playing paintball. And got my name on the back, number. I love this jersey. So yeah, I would love to be able to wear it down to cup. That's probably what I'm going to wear. One of the only things that I don't change out though, and I'm going to give a shout out to one of my sponsors right here, is my barrel. This is the Overcore barrel kit from Lone Paintball. This is my favorite barrel ever. I have tested this barrel and compared it against other top of the line barrels, and I have found that it always comes out on top consistently. It's very unique in its design. It has these little tabs on the inside. They're adjustable, so they kind of morph around the paintball as it's flying through the barrel to kind of stabilize it in flight. And it's super affordable too. If you use my discount code PBDAD10 at their website on checkout, you can get a 10% discount on top of their already low price. I'm gonna put the price in the video right here because I don't remember off the top of my head. But very great barrel system, very reliable. I highly recommend it. If you guys are looking for a new barrel system for your gun, I'm always going to recommend the Overcore barrel kit from Lone Paintball. Now, let me talk a little bit about my 2024 year and spill a little bit of tea, I guess, as the kids would say. So, like I mentioned before, my year started out pretty rough. I had left a team that I had been with for almost 3 years at that point. And I'm not going to go just yet into the exact details as to why. Eventually, I will at some point, but because I think there's lessons to be learned for anybody who is on a paintball team or anybody who's managing a paintball team. I think there's something to learn from the experience that I had. So I'm gonna go into it eventually, but I need to get my words right. But now, after having left that team, I decided to do something really radical, I guess. I just decided to go solo. I decided to be independent for the entire 2024 season. I did not do any tournaments. I kind of just worked on marketing myself as an individual. I created my YouTube, and I started doing some, well, I created the YouTube a couple years ago, but it didn't really start taking off until this year. And I think a lot of that had to do with also my photography. I started doing photography for some local tournaments, and that also helped a lot to really fund my year of paintball. So the really cool thing about this year is that this is the first year that I have done like really independent play without any kind of teams, and I seem to have really stumbled upon something that worked for me, because through doing the photography and the videos for tournaments, I actually got enough money that all of my paintball this year has not come out of my actual paycheck that I use to feed my family. It's just come out of the work that I've done from filming those tournaments. Also, I picked up a couple of sponsors, one of them being Lone Paintball. So any of you guys out there who have bought a barrel from Lone Paintball, you guys have been a big help in supporting me to play paintball this year and to even go to the World Cup, because I still have a little bit of that money that I've been putting towards my World Cup fund. And then through the popularity from my YouTube, it also helped me to meet some fans. One of my fans was just starting out his career in tournament paintball, and that got me linked up with a beginners division paintball team that I got to coach for an event, and they took 3rd place in that event that I coached. So that was, first of all, that was like super gratifying. I'm really proud of them, and I was, just also really happy for myself, because that was the first time I had ever been a coach for a paintball tournament, and I showed myself that, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to paintball. I have a lot more confidence in myself now after that event as well. And I've also gotten super lucky with this World Cup event, because I got picked up to play for the Palmetto Hills paintball team, and they have some really great sponsorship deals going down to World Cup. On top of that, I also picked up another sponsor that I cannot mention by name, but I just want to say I am very grateful for this sponsor. And so the really cool thing is that about 90% of my trip going down to World Cup is sponsored. That is really awesome, because, like, first of all, I am not a pro. I am not even semi-pro. Just Division 4. So to get this much sponsorship for an event is really awesome. It's not something that happens all the time. But it was also really needed, and that's the crazy thing, because like I was saying before, I've had some crazy highs and lows this year. I have had a lot of crazy lows this year. I moved. This house that I'm in right now, I just moved in here a month ago. I had lived in my last house for about 5 years. I bought it, and I now own this house, and I had to sell my old house. The thing about the old house is that it was a mobile home. It had a lot of issues. I loved that house. I put a lot of work to it, a lot of work. I built a tree house in the backyard for my kids. I built a pond, a little fish pond. Me and my wife redid the entire flooring in the house. We built in shelves and cabinets into the house. We put so much work into that house. I want to say it was at least like $20,000 or $30,000 worth of extra work. Oh, we also fenced the entire acre of land that we had. So it was a lot of money. Actually, I'm going to say it was more like $40,000 to $50,000. But every single year, something would break in the house, and it was big stuff. We had to replace the roof. We had to replace the HVAC system. It was getting to the point that we even were considering replacing the water heater. But at a certain point, we had reached over $25,000 in debt just from house repairs. We were sinking fast, so I had to make a decision. What do? Do we keep trying to rebuild this house and basically just spend enough money that we buy it all over again, or do we find a new house and try to sell this house? So we made a decision to sell the house, and even during that process, more and more crazy things kept happening. My car broke down. My wife's car broke down. I had to spend at least like $7,000 or $8,000 just in car repairs. So added to the $25,000 in debt, we were, what is that, like $32,000 that I had spent at that point. It was getting ridiculous, just the amount of bad luck that I had in the year 2024. And there were so many moments when I said to myself, man, I think I probably need to quit playing paintball. But then somehow I would get lucky and I would get a new sponsor or get some more business with photography. So I really want to say a huge thank you to anybody who has supported me, supported this channel. Like, you guys are actually the reason why I've been able to play paintball, why I've been able to put out this content. And it kind of does help me to get that drive to continue, doing more of this, even when things get difficult, because I know that you guys out there find value in the information that I'm putting out there, in the content that I'm making. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of the fans for this year. Anyways, that about covers it for everything I wanted to say in this video. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you guys liked what I had to say. Be sure to like and subscribe. And let me know if you guys are going to go to World Cup. Maybe I'll meet you guys down there.